Hello everybody, WB here again in another of my varied and sundry corners of the man cave. Everything's a man cave here. That's the way it works. But today I thought I would give a little discussion or have a little opinion about karma after 60. Karma in the third act, okay? And I don't believe in karma the way it's originally conceived of. You know, I don't know if it's a Hindu belief or it's some mystical belief that I'm not party to. I'm a Christian, so I look at things in terms of God will not be mocked. That's the way I look at it. And you got to be careful about the things you say. What you say, and I've always believed this, that you can make the reality you want just by saying it enough times. You say things enough, then you're speaking your future into existence. You're training your mind to think a certain way. So be careful about what you say. And here's what I think is a good example. I had an uncle who had a sister-in-law who would call me and constantly worry about my uncle's finances. She would always say to me, you know, your uncle hasn't paid for his burial. He hasn't paid for his tombstone. He hasn't taken care of all this stuff for his funeral. And I was the one responsible for my uncle. And what I was planning on doing was, once he'd passed away, that I would sell his house and his belongings, get everything squared away. I'd go ahead and pay for his funeral and do all that, but it'd come out of what was left over of his estate. So I kept telling her, don't worry about it. His mental state wasn't to where I wanted to discuss this with him. I just wanted to take care of it when the time came. So she kept hammering me about this. She would call me up. She was just constantly worried about making sure he paid for everything before he passed away. And one day I said to her, how do you know for a fact you're going to outlive him? And that made her go silent. She never really mentioned it to me again. That was pretty much it. And I was pointing out to her, you're so worried about his passing away, you're not focusing on your own life and the things you're need to take care of. And guess what? She passed away before my uncle did. So, you know, karma, mocking. Here's another example. Today I was in line at an antiques fair, and there was a lady in line who was wearing a red hat. And if you're in the 21st century, in 2026, you know what a red hat is. Well, this was one mocking the presidential character that normally has his followers wear a red hat. And the thing said, when will he die? Which, you know, if you don't like the president, I guess that's the thing you would wear. But I wanted to say to the woman, be careful what you say, because you're creating, by mocking someone else or trying to put pookie on somebody else, you're creating a situation for yourself. And I thought to myself, and I bet I'm going to be right on this, not that I want anything to happen, but she's probably going to die before he does. Don't mock people. Don't wish ill on someone else, even if you don't like them. If you don't like them, come up with reasons why you don't like them. You know, work to promote the things you like. Positive promotion of things you like is so much better than tearing down someone else. And I think karma, if you want to call it that, works that way. What you put out is going to come back to you. The Bible says, what you sow, so shall you reap. If you live by the sword, you'll die by the sword. And those things, I think, are really important to focus on, especially in your third act. Put peace out. Put calmness out. Put goodwill out. If you have someone you don't like, wish them well. I think that's really the way to get your personal soul in order, get your life in order, and focus on something else. Life is so wonderful. There's no point in spending your time, what little you have left, not little, but you're in your third act. How are you going to wrap up your story? The way to wrap up your story is with a positive ending. And positive endings don't have hats talking about someone else dying on them. Positive endings aren't constantly needling someone else about their funeral. Live your life, be at peace, spread some kindness, and things will get really good for you. And things will turn out great for you. That's the message from the Third Act Stories. Hope you join me again next time. And if you would, like and subscribe. You know, one of the things I'm trying to do is promote the channel so that, you know, I'll let y'all know how that goes. If I end up making some money at it or getting a larger audience through different types of stories, I'll keep you updated with that sort of information as we go along so that you can start your own YouTube channel. See you later.